how's it going, guys? I'm going to give you a quick rundown on explosive effects. Explosives are our nemesis, and they're also our ally. We use explosives to defeat other explosives most of the time. It's important for us to be familiar with the characteristics, properties, and potential effects of explosives to be able to use the knowledge to our advantage. You have, for the anatomy of a detonation, you have the initiator, the reaction zone, and the shock wave. The initiator is going to be heat, shock, or friction, an electric pulse, or a spit of flame, or a firing pin. Your reaction zone is going to be the area of decomposition of a liquid or solid gas, turning into a gas. The shock wave is going to be the force immediately preceding the reaction zone that causes the decomposition. And then we have three types of explosives. You got your high explosives, your low explosives, and propellants. Your high explosives are going to be detonating faster than the speed of sound. Your low explosives are going to be slower than the speed of sound. And your propellants are just a low explosive designed to burn and produce gas at a controlled rate. Your types of high explosives, we got primaries and secondaries. Your primary explosives are going to be extremely sensitive. The secondary explosives are going to be something that is slightly less sensitive, and it's going to be used to down the firing train to cause the less sensitive explosives to detonate. Components of a high explosive train are going to be a detonator, which will cause something of a low or primary explosive that rolls into your booster. And your booster is going to be composed of another primary explosive or something that's sitting on the primary secondary line to be able to ignite your main charge. Your main charge being something that's typically insensitive. Your types of detonations: you got a chemical explosion, a mechanical explosion, a high order and a low order, and a sympathetic detonation. So your chemical explosion is going to be a rapid chemical reaction or change of state that produces high temperatures and large quantities of gas. A mechanical explosion is rapidly expanding gases exerting pressure and eventual rupture, such as exploding boilers or introducing of a spark to a grain elevator filled with dust. A high order detonation, like I spoke earlier, is just going to be something that's going to go higher than faster than the speed of sound. Low order detonation is something moving slower, typically called deflagrating or burning. A sympathetic detonation is just the transmission of the shock wave through air or any other medium sufficient to continue a detonation. Special explosive effects: we have the Monroe effect, the Misnay-Chardin effect, and spalling. The Monroe effect is also called a hollow charge. It's an airspace allowed concentration of detonation waves to a specific point or line to allow increased penetration. The addition of a standoff and a liner can increase the effectiveness. That's typically used with your shape charges. Your Misnay-Chardin effect is the acceleration of a plate from the face of the explosive charge. Plates can be concaved, shaped to assist in the forming of an EFP. The spalling effect is the production of fragments torn from the opposite surface of the armor due to kinetic energy, impacts, and the surface detonation of a charge. And that'll sum up explosive effects.